Asteroid Redirection Test will intentionally ram itself into an asteroid and alter its orbit forever. At the crossroads of science fiction and reality, DART is part of our plan to defend planet Earth against potential future impacts. The test to protect the future of our planet begins now.
This SpaceX rocket will launch the DART spacecraft on a 6 million mile. Welcome, and thank you for joining us here inside the NASA hangar at the Vandenberg Space Force Base on the central coast of California. I'm your host, Daryl Nail, and joining me is Kelly Fast. She is a program scientist with the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Welcome, Kelly. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Daryl. It's fabulous to be here helping to cheer DART off the planet.
Now, right at the top, let's talk about this. Are there any asteroids threatening Earth that we know of?
Now, thankfully, there are no known asteroid impact threats to Earth. You keep tracking them. We don't know of any. It's the one that we don't know about that we're concerned about, but that's why NASA surveys for.
And this asteroid DART is going to hit. What's the story there?
Well, the asteroid Didymos does not pose an impact threat to Earth. It keeps its distance, it gets no closer than 3.7 million miles to Earth's orbit. But that's what makes it a fabulous test situation for DART. We can go safely test an impact, the kinetic impact technique, and Didymos is the perfect laboratory for that.
Okay, and this spacecraft, is this something that could one day save the planet?
Well, what's nice about this, it's a nice mature technique, kinetic impact. You just impact something, but now we're actually going to test it. So this is going to be really good to have something in the toolbox that we've actually tried, taking it from modeling to an actual test.
Well, it is certainly exciting just to hear you talk about it. And when that moment happens in the fall of 2022, when that impact happens, that's going to be quite a moment.
It's going to be amazing.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. And there's so much more to discuss about asteroids, planetary defense, and the DART mission. So let's get right into it with a quick breakdown of the DART spacecraft. DART has a mass of 670 kilograms, about a golf cart size or vending machine size machine. It uses hydrazine thrusters for propulsion and roll-out solar arrays for electric power. Now, DART has just one instrument on board, and there it is at the bottom. And that instrument is a Draco camera, which will feed images to an autonomous navigation system, steering it smack dab into an asteroid. Now, here's how DART got here. It was pulled by this semi-truck 2,900 miles across the country from the Applied Physics Lab in Maryland, all the way here to the Vandenberg Space Force Base. It took the team 46 hours to make the trip. You see that box right there? That's the protective container that was removed and is being stored here in the NASA hangar, while this DART spacecraft was carefully prepared for the launch and then put into that protective fairing. What a beautiful shot that is, Kelly. And then earlier this month, engineers mated the DART spacecraft inside its protective fairing to this SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, which you see here, and DART's at the top of the rocket. It was then rolled out to the launch pad at Space Launch Complex 4 East, where it is now awaiting liftoff at 10:21 p.m. Pacific, 1:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, as we follow pre-launch operations, we also have some cool stuff to show you along the way. Our own Kelly Fast will give a fun demonstration. There she is. She's going to help us visualize a close approach asteroid. And she's moving quick. We'll also head into space where two astronauts will demonstrate in microgravity the kinetic impact technique that DART will be using. And also, this is kind of fun. We'll hear from a Hollywood director, Adam McKay, about his new science fiction comedy, Don't Look Up. It's about an Earth-ending comet that he'll compare with reality. Check on launch operations and introduce our launch commentators for today, NASA's Marie Lewis and Denton Gibson. Marie, preparations have been going on for many hours. Where do we stand right now?
Well, at the moment, Daryl, everything is still go for launch. We listened to polls just a few minutes ago internally with the spacecraft team and NASA engineering. No red flags, everything looking right on course. Want to introduce our commentator who's making his debut launch commentary tonight, Denton Gibson with the Launch Services Program. You're a mission manager, no stranger certainly to Falcon 9 and missions like this, but this is your first time in the commentary booth, so welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's launch day, so I'm looking forward to this.
And the teams on console have been going through their steps methodically since a little before 7 o'clock this evening Pacific time. There is a live view of the space, and in less than a minute, we expect to hear the NASA launch manager, Omar Baez, poll the NASA team for launch readiness and readiness for propellant load to go ahead and proceed with that. If that is all go, that will begin at T-minus 35 minutes.
Right. And the reason why you hear this poll at this point in time, because there's so much going on much later in the process. So they try to have the poll early so that way the team can focus on the telemetry and focus on the data coming from the rocket and really pay attention to everything that's going on leading into those